had a dream. For a long time, I have sometimes been aware that I am dreaming as I am doing so. It is the same at this time. For some reason, I was alone in a dimly lit, completely empty station. I thought it was a very gloomy dream. Then, suddenly, an announcement was made in the station by a voice of a man with no energy. It says, "The train will be coming soon. If you get on that train, you'll be in for a frightening experience." I couldn't understand what it meant. Soon a train came into the station. It looked more like a train often found in amusement parks than a train, with several pale-faced men and women sitting in a row. I thought it was a strange dream, but I decided to take that train to see how much fear I could put myself through with my dream. I thought that if I was really afraid and couldn't stand it, I could just wake up. I was able to wake up freely from my dreams only when I was aware that I was dreaming. I sat in the third seat from the back of the train. The air around me was raw and warm, and it felt so real that I wondered if I was really dreaming. "The train is about to depart." An announcement was made, and the train began to move. I was anxious and excited, wondering what was going to happen. As soon as the train left the platform, it entered a tunnel. In the tunnel, a purplish light was shining suspiciously. The view of the tunnel was just like the view of the amusement park ride when I was a kid. The train even looks like one I would find in an amusement park, since it looks like a cheap one. And in the end, I thought it was not scary at all, just bringing images from my memories of the past. While thinking like this, the announcement came on again. "Next stop, extraction. Extraction." What is it? As I was thinking, I suddenly heard a shrill scream from behind me. I turned around to see 4 rag-clad dwarfs swarming around a man sitting at the very back of the train. Upon close inspection, the man was in terrible shape, his body ripped open by a blade. A strong odor pervaded the area, and the man continued to scream so loudly that it hurt my ears. The man's internal organs were removed one after another from his body, and bloody organs were scattered about. A pale woman with long hair was sitting right behind me, but she ignored the screams behind her and seemed unconcerned as she looked forward. I was indeed surprised by the unexpected turn of events and began to wonder if this was really a dream. When I came back, the man in the very back seat was gone. But the reddish-black blood and flesh mass remained. The woman behind me was still staring at a point blankly. "Next is extraction. Extraction." An announcement was made. The 2 dwarfs appeared and began gouging out the eyes of the woman behind me with what looked like a jagged spoon. Her face, which has been expressionless until a moment ago, turned into an expression of pain, and she screamed so loudly that my eardrums ruptured right behind me. Eyeballs popping out of her eyes, the smell of blood and sweat indescribable. I was afraid and trembling, bending forward. I knew it was time to move on. I can't keep up with it any longer. Moreover, it is my turn to be next in line. I tried to wake up from my dream, but I wondered what announcement would be made to me. So I decided to check it out and then run away from the place. "Next is ground meat. Ground meat." An announcement was made. Worse, I could easily imagine what would happen. So I focused my mind and tried to wake up from the dream. Wake up, wake up. I usually succeed by strongly reminding myself of this. Suddenly, I heard the sound of a machine. This time, the dwarf got on my lap and brought a strange machine-like object close to me. As I feared it might be a tool to make mincemeat of me, so I closed my eyes tightly and tried my best to remember. Wake up, wake up, wake up. The sound became louder and louder, and I felt the wind pressure on my face. And just when I thought it was over, it became quiet. I managed to get out of the nightmare. My whole body was drenched in sweat and tears were streaming from my eyes. I headed from my bedroom to the kitchen, drank a lot of water, and finally calmed down. I told myself that although it was frightening and real, it was only a dream after all. The next day, I told all my friends at school about this dream, but they were just amused, because it was only a dream after all. 4 years had passed since then. As a college student, I had completely forgotten about the dream and was working part-time. Then, one night, it suddenly started. Next is extraction. Extraction. It started from that scene. I immediately remembered it was that dream. Then, exactly the same as last time, 2 dwarves gouging out that woman's eyeballs. I panicked and I immediately began to call upon, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This time, it was hard to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Next is ground meat. Ground meat. Things are getting dangerous. The sound of that machine is getting closer. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It suddenly became quiet. I thought I had managed to escape and was about to open my eyes. Are you running away again? The next time you come back will be your last. And I could clearly hear the announcer's voice. When I opened my eyes, I was already fully awake from the dream in my room. The last announcement I heard was definitely not a dream. I certainly heard it in the real world. What in the world did I do? Since then, as of now, I have yet to have that dream. But the next time I do, I am prepared to die from a heart attack or something. In this world, it's a heart attack. But in that world, it's ground meat.